Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Hello, Zach. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to finally jump on here. I think we've known each other for now, I think it's 3 years. So it's a long time. Former CTO, staff level engineer, CTO multiple times, and successful startup. So tell us about your journey.
The word CTO means absolutely different thing in different companies. In my particular case, CTO is the one who is actually responsible for bringing the idea to life. So I started it like more than a decade ago. Obviously, there would no success without failures. It is okay to fail in startup world, and eventually success came. And one of the startups which I co-founded was acquired by Amazon.
So tell us, how did you find yourself in Wales?
For a startup, having an office in London is a suicide mission. You significantly reduce your chances to survive if you reside in London. So being based in a small town in Wales did increase our chances. Obviously, I started the team with a remote first approach. So my approach to find the best talent is to find underappreciated people and appreciate them.
You know, having experience of being that kind of sort of CTO, different terminologies, was that always your goal?
I am one of those who love programming and loved it since childhood, and eventually I transformed it to my passion of changing the world with technology. That's my way of changing the world.
What makes a successful CTO then?
Well, I would say that it's not only CTO. It's like any software engineer would be a much better software engineer if they develop entrepreneurial mindset. It's crucial when you really become a mature software engineer, when you realize that programming is not about computers but about the people.
What sort of valuable lessons or experiences, from your career do you think is valuable, for other people?
A hard realization that when we write code, we need to keep a human, not a CPU, in mind. So to code well, you need to understand the adjacent areas of those. Why you're programming, where the beginning of the pipeline, and where is the end of it. How your code fits into the entire structure of producing something which is valuable. You'll earn money only if you do something useful for other people, for which they are willing to give you their hard-earned money voluntarily.
I see. So kind of like understanding the whole picture and like how it kind of fits in is the key thing. How many years ago, when you first started off as a junior engineer or started programming?
I started in the world back in the day. After dot-com bubble burst.
Advice would you give software or aspiring software engineers, maybe even a similar position in that sort of technical support, or sort of junior developers who want to advance their careers?
The best thing I did in life, I did for free.
How important would you say for someone to have a portfolio? When you're hiring, if they had a portfolio or a GitHub, does that set them apart?
Nowadays, it is no longer a prerequisite. Back in the day, it was almost a prerequisite. So you could become a programmer only if it is in your heart, only if it is who you are. Now software engineering is just yet another profession, yet another job, and therefore being super passionate about it is no longer a requirement. But it definitely can set you aside if your GitHub account shows that, wow, you're into it.
From your perspective, what emerging technologies do you believe will have a significant impact, on the future of software engineering?
Nowadays, everyone will mention AI, but I won't, because back in the day we had this when the first higher level programming language, Fortran, came to life. It was called the end of the programming, because programming was changed forever. AI is no bigger than just introduction of Fortran, the first high-level programming language. It was announced recently that Intel is developing new hard drives, which will be as fast as RAM, which will change everything, like hardware, operating system, our programs, algorithms. There will be no longer memory versus CPU trade-off. Programming languages will change forever. Compilers, absolutely everything will be changed because of that.
And what kind of industries do you think that will affect the most? Like,
this is such a fundamental change that it will shake up everything. Computing, I hope, will become cheaper. It means that more and more industries will be able to acquire automation. Imagine for a number of years we will have to rewrite everything, including operating systems. We will need more coders to fulfill that.
Having all of this experience, you must have had some, books or podcasts or even resources or even people that have influenced you, along your career. What kind of book, what would you suggest, or anything that you think would definitely help?
Yeah, I would name one technical blogger who seemed to have blogged even before I was born. His name is Joel Spolsky, and he was writing in the age of slow internet, before Twitter and TikTok. And it was the most insightful things which I was able to read, being a very young software engineer. I do still recommend his blog.
And I guess sort of finally to wrap up, if you wasn't a software engineer, what alternative career path do you think you might have pursued?
It would be investigative journalism. Having bad guys jailed, what could be better than that?